Glaggle Caves honestly has to be one of the coolest Roblox games I've stumbled across as of late. As far as I know, it was made by a single person, so please go show some support. Glaggle Caves is a single-player roguelike game where your goal is to infiltrate the Enphosonian pyramid and defeat the evil villain Enphoso, who plots to conquer all of Glaggleland. To do this, you must fight enemies, gather loot, and descend even deeper into the tower until you find and defeat Enphoso himself. Now, when I first discovered this game, I had absolutely no clue what Glaggleland even was. I did a quick Google search, and wow! Oh my goodness, that's just wild! They did what now? Yeah, go watch Lesson in Meme Culture's video on it. They explain it way better than I ever could. Or maybe don't, there seems to be a lot of drama surrounding it. In any case, the game's based on all of that. Also, as a side note, I realized while typing the script that the game is called Glaggle Caves when we're actually delving into a pyramid, but that's beside the point. The game is really neat. If you're unfamiliar with roguelike games, roguelikes are often dungeon crawlers where you go through procedurally generated levels, fighting enemies and gathering loot to eventually reach the end. They typically have a lot of replay value, and that's mostly due to the fact that you will die. A lot. Glaggle Caves is no different in this regard because in my time with the game, I died. A lot. So in this video, I'm here to show you what I've learned and why I've come to enjoy this game so much. You begin the game fitted with a bintar and a table leg in your inventory. You can switch through these items by pressing the corresponding numbers on your keyboard, and you can drop them by pressing backspace while holding the item. There's also an option to use an item on another item in your inventory by pressing the C key while holding out the item you intend to use, and then pressing the number of the item you want to use the item on. It's a lot of items, but yeah, that's how that works. This mechanic doesn't really seem to interact with anything outside the gun and one specific item I'll talk about later in the video. But with all this inventory talk, I should probably talk about the different items in the game and how to get them. Around each level there are pedestals which will typically hold an item on top. The most common items to find on these pedestals are bricks and Glaggle snacks. Bricks you can throw at enemies to damage them from a distance, and Glaggle snacks you can consume to regenerate HP for a period of time. These are the most basic items you'll come across, but don't underestimate them, they can be very useful. Some of the less common items include keys, orb launchers, glag grenades, and quite a few others. The majority of these items seem to be acquired through defeating specific enemies. Guns seem to be a guaranteed drop from Enphoso soldiers, these guys suck. And the others, including glag grenades, seem to drop from just about anybody. There's some even rarer items, but for the sake of time I can't go into all of them. And since we've already talked about item drops, we should probably talk about what they drop from. The enemies. There are three main enemies you'll encounter through most of the levels in the game. The Gigglers, the Bigglers, and Enphoso soldiers. Gigglers are just like us, but purple. And they want to kill you. Bigglers are just like us as well, but bigger, and purple, and they want to kill you. Enphoso soldiers are nothing like us. They're green, have a gun, and want to kill us. They also kill you in like 3 shots, so be careful when fighting them, they're sorta overpowered. Combat mostly boils down to walking up and whacking them the best you can with your damage stick, but oftentimes fighting isn't always the best option. You can run by toggling sprint using the shift key, which will drain your stamina as long as you're running. But if you run out of stamina, it is nearly guaranteed that you're going to die if you pick the wrong fight. And this brings me to one of the few gripes that I have with this game. In any case, now that that little rant's out of the way, we can talk about the rest of the crew. In the later levels you'll come across these guys. This ugly pink fella is a Keta creature, and this blue guy is a Squinko. The Keta creature will get as close as possible to you before letting out a groan and then violently exploding. The Squinko, on the other hand, isn't particularly dangerous, they're just very fast and small. There's a handful of other much more rare enemies which drop some of the rarer items, but I'll leave those for you to find. The maps in Glaggle Caves seem to be randomly generated, or at least consist of a large enough pool of maps to where it doesn't seem too repetitive. Your goal is to find the hole in the floor in each level and touch it, which will move you on to the next level. It seems to only spawn in the very back of the level, so if you're ever in doubt, just run straight to the back wall. Outside of that, I've already talked about the majority of what you can expect to find as you traverse the caves, so there's no use rambling on about things we already know. Oh, yeah, that's Chump. Chump is a friendly shopkeeper. He also has the specific item I mentioned earlier. You can insert your bintar into one of his kiosks to buy an item, but if you pay attention to Chump's dialogue, he actually wants to let you in on a little plan. If you exhaust all his dialogue and walk up to his enclosure, he'll open it and allow you to pick him up. As you traverse the following levels, he'll continue to explain the rest of his plan, but in short, he's looking for an object called the Fugorg machinery, which is just a few floors down. He was born without arms or legs, so he needs you to bring him to the Fugorg machinery and place him inside on the unpredictable setting. Doing so will make him and the machinery itself disappear. And that's as far as I'm gonna go with that. Go play. Go. Go. See for yourself what happens. Go. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. And that's it. I really recommend giving this game a shot. I hope the information I provided was enough to pique your interest, even if only just a little bit, because this game is honestly really cool. And who knows, maybe there's more things to the game that I haven't discovered yet. I'd also like to add that the majority of the music in this video is from the game. Links will be in the description for those. I personally quite enjoy them. I honestly really hope the developer continues working on this game. Their YouTube channel is Fire Ant Ruler. The link to it will be in the description, as well as the link to the game if you want to try it out. But thank you for watching. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe if you're still here with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Just one final thing. When I was in the middle of gathering footage for this video, I stumbled across a secret level that just randomly happened. So at this point, I'm completely convinced that there has to be more. I'll try to dig a little bit deeper, see if there's anything else I can find. But so far, I've been caught off guard with that. Hopefully there's more. Who knows? Good luck. Bye. All right. Bye for real. Bye for real now, I guess. Bye.